You're listening to the Down to the Wire podcast. You're a weekly podcast that brings you all things sports and more at St. Genevieve High School. I am your host, Alex Bosler. Welcome back to another Down to the Wire podcast here today. I am your host, Alex Bosler, and I'm here with two special baseball players. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Sawyer Bowman, and I'm a senior on the St. Gen team.
And I'm Eli Bennett, and I'm also a senior.
Thanks, you guys, taking time out of your classrooms today to come and join me for a quick little podcast to talk about how the season's gone and how you guys are doing personally and mentally. So what do you guys think? I'll start with you, Sawyer. What's been the biggest difference for you this year compared to last season as we're kind of midway through your guys' baseball season?
It's definitely the mood. The mood's definitely different compared to last year.
Yeah.
Everybody was so mad, negative, and this year, considering our season ain't going how we want it to yet, it's definitely a lot more fun being in the dugout with everybody.
The mental state is just way better. The difference between last year and this year is astronomical. So
Yeah,
and that also shows like a testament to you guys too, saying that maybe you're saying that the past couple seniors didn't do the best job leading, but you guys are trying to take that role on a little bit and make it, a little bit more fun than it has been in the previous past.
For sure. Like this year is more of a team than we've had in a while. So
for sure, yeah.
Sawyer, I know you talked about how the season's not going how you guys planned on so far, but what do you guys think you've done well to this point, and what do you think you can build off?
I mean, again, definitely the mood. The mood's, again, one of the things we've done great, but we've done good things like defense, and we've also done good things recently like capitalizing off of other teams' mistakes. But we just got to keep pushing. Got to make a change somewhere.
Do you guys think that you're ever like inconsistent? Like, do you guys think you do maybe one game you're hitting and then one game you're pitching bad? Do you think that has to do a little bit with some of it too?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't think, other than our Perryville game, we haven't really had a game that was not necessarily perfect, because like baseball is never going to be a perfect game. But we've had games where we hit really, really good and we score like six in an inning, and then we have games where we don't score like barely anything, but our defense is what carries us.
Yeah,
I know. I was going over the stats last night when you guys were doing your game, and it just felt like one game you'd score a lot, the next game you'd let up a lot, and then it eventually just not mesh well because you guys weren't hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
But you kind of said that Perryville game was the first sign of like, hey, we pitched good and we hit good. So
like it shows that we can.
Yeah, we can do that, and we need to build off that. What do you guys? What part of your game has improved the most this season? Are you guys proud of anything that you specifically worked on that's gotten better?
For me, I mean, my hitting is not where I want it to be yet, but it's definitely a step up from last year. Last year was a lot of ground outs or strikeouts and even line outs, and it was just
frustrating. For
sure. Definitely a big slump.
I would say discipline. I've always been a pretty disciplined hitter when I go up to the plate. I just feel like whenever when I'm getting to the plate this year, the contact that I don't strike out as much. I make contact, and especially now, my swing's starting to feel really good and getting more consistent. So,
and also you guys are seniors, so you've seen a lot of that action. I'm sure you both have varsity experience, so you've seen a lot of that action that some of the pitchers are facing, and you're like I said, you're seniors. You might have faced some pitchers that you've already seen before, so it helps with, like you said, your discipline and not striking out and grounding out as much. I know the lineouts are definitely frustrating for sure. Probably the biggest one.
100%.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of bounce back after a tough loss? Is there anything? Does Coach McDaniel kind of do anything differently, or how do you guys do that?
I think McDaniel keeps a similar mindset throughout, and a lot is put on the players. I think that throughout this season especially, like we are having more losses to begin a season. Like last season we came out hot, and this season is the opposite. And I mean the thing to look forward is like you really can only get better. Like you can look for the future. And again, like we've said multiple times during this, like our mental state is something that's definitely keeping us through. Like even at practices, even like early in the season we've lost games by a lot. And you wouldn't know by the next practice because we all keep the same. We want to get better. Yeah,
that same mindset. You got anything, Sawyer?
I mean, like Eli said, piggybacking off him, the mindset definitely helps us. But like McDaniel, he gets on to us about what we need to do better. But I feel like right now we keep our mindset like up rather than down, but we don't. I feel like we don't capitalize off the opportunities that we have to get better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're just kind of level-headed and not doing
Yeah.
much about it.
That's kind of interesting you say about McDaniel, because some coaches will kind of take it on their chin and be like, hey, I feel like I can do stuff better. But he's kind of like, hey, I've laid the foundation for you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can build throughout the season to really be our best at the end.
And he does push us in practice.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
and it's not like we lose and he's like, oh, great job, like,
Yeah.
and move on. Like,
Sympathy
he,
loss.
He,
Yeah, he's not
he
doing that.
pushes us,
Yeah.
and he's coached for
Mm-hmm.
However many
over
years.
20 years,
Yeah.
so he knows what he's talking about, and he's had winning seasons. So it's more on the players, and I agree with
Yeah,
McD.
for
like,
sure.
we have to be the ones to do something. They can put all
Yeah.
the tools in our
Kind
hands.
of make a change.
Yeah. I know on the questions I got, what is your personal favorite moment this year? Do you guys have any, like, this year including, but you can also go back to, like, your years past. Do you have a favorite personal moment that you guys did throughout your baseball career?
I mean, not last year, but last Perryville game, this most recent one. I mean, that was the highest I've ever been on the pitching mound. Like, I felt I was confident and nobody was getting in my way. Like, I
Yeah.
was,
You don't see that from Sawyer Bowman that often,
No.
where he's jumping up and down in excitement. He definitely
Yeah.
took over that game, and 100%. For me, it was a recent Arcadia Valley game, which personally we didn't really play great coming down to the end of it. Gave up our lead, and they ended up coming back and
almost.
being up by 1, and we got bases loaded and tie game. I came up to the plate and first pitch, take it to the arm and walked it off, which, I mean, I'll take whatever I
That's
can
incredible.
get, you know. But a walk off was a pretty fun one.
Yeah, I was going to say something about all your hit by pitches.
Oh, I know.
Let the people know how many hit by pitches you have so far this year.
This year I have 6, but I had 3 in one game.
And what? There's been 9 games.
And there's been 9 games.
I mean,
And
that's almost.
I got
That's a third of your at bats, probably.
the last 8 at bats that I've had. I've gotten hit 5 times.
Oh my
So
Yeah, no. Last night's game versus Jefferson, you got hit.
first pitch of my at bat got hit again. That
Yeah,
was-
way to set the tone. Yeah, no. I've not
You
been
get hit, too.
as much as Eli, but I've been getting hit
He's a close second
Yeah.
for sure.
a lot for whatever reason.
Do
Like,
you-
it's not like Eli, but
I assume. I don't think you guys don't really stand that close to the plate, do you? Or
So
or do you
whenever
kinda
it
lean
matters
over?
who's on the mound. So
Oh.
like when we were playing Perryville, they had a Huber kid, and he always just is outside. So standing inside, you just don't expect anything.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna sit
Yeah.
outside.
but you
And
have
so-
to
you
you
have
have
to
to have
adjust.
that like toe on the line
Yeah.
like mindset when you're having somebody throwing outside.
So I mean, at home, and again, whoever's on the mound, I normally am in the middle of the batter's box, a little closer. And
Yeah.
but no, when you know who's pitching, you have to adjust for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, and how Eli was talking about the AV game, at the end, and also this goes on like what our team does good. We've done very good at communicating, and we noticed the new pitcher coming in from the bullpen. It was a little wild, and we adjusted and we talked and we decided we were all gonna put our toes on the line and like
3 people got hit.
Yeah,
It
get
came
hit.
up big.
It
in
came
that
up
one.
big.
I mean, communication is huge. Like
Yeah.
it was clutch
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, Eli, I know you talked about earlier about how baseball is a game of failure. How do you guys kind of stay confident after, a bad game, or maybe you're having a rough season so far? What makes you keep motivating to keep on going?
Well, after every game, no matter win or loss, we always talk about what are some grows, like something that we need to do better at, but also what is something that we did well, which in the past, glows, yes. In the past, we've never really had anything like that. It was just a lot of, not necessarily bashing, but a lot of negative feeding, I guess, already a negative mindset team.
Yeah, because you lost the game.
And
or
we
whatever.
lost the game.
Yeah.
But definitely a game of failure, and all of the coaches know that, and they don't expect us to go out there and hit a 400-foot home run every single swing.
Yeah.
But they know they trust in our ability. I think that helps with confidence. Like they trust in our ability to play baseball, and that's a big thing. I think.
Sawyer, anything that you do in particular to stay confident?
I mean, nothing particular, but like, I think what keeps me confident and confident about our team is definitely like knowing how good we can be, and knowing how close we are, and getting a glimpse of that at Perryville. Like, we can be a dominant team. We just gotta put the final puzzle piece in and put it together.
It's funny you say that because my next question was, what are your team goals for the rest of the season? What do you guys think are the goals?
I mean, there's always win a district championship and go on. I think a great goal, like we're battling a lot of adversity right now with Ethan Naughton's breaking his arm, and Noah Willett might be out a couple games because of he pulled something.
Yeah.
We need to know how to bounce back out of that, because this is probably going to be one of the harder weeks upcoming, not because of the team, but the amount of changes that are happening.
Yeah.
I think that really a goal that needs to happen is just competing every single game, because there's sometimes where we go out and it just doesn't seem like we're all there, to win a game.
Yeah.
And I think that should be a goal, no matter who it is, to just not necessarily go out there and
try to lose,
you know, like do your best.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that nobody's trying to like gamble and sell intentionally.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah,
but also if you're doing your best and competing, you're probably going to end up putting some wins in the W column eventually.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're playing some tough teams, but you could always, baseball is a game. The next day a team could be good, and the day after they could be just complete crap.
Yeah.
So you got to know when you're getting someone on the right day. So what would make the season a success in your guys? I know you guys talked about a district championship, but is there anything in particular that would make it a success?
I mean, naturally, a winning season is a success, but like just keeping the mood up. Like, baseball's fun. This is the most fun I've ever had on a baseball team in a long time. So it's awesome.
Yeah. Do you guys take any different leadership roles this year as a senior? Like, do you guys think you've maybe talked up a little bit more than years past?
I mean, I've always been, and everybody who knows me knows I've been a talkative person, and I think that I've definitely held that through. Even so I started as a junior, and I tell everybody what their roles. Like, I'm the guy who knows situations and tells people where they need to be, even if Sawyer gets mad at me for yelling at him where he needs to be after every freaking pitch that he has. Like, I'd rather be more prepared than underprepared. And I feel like that's
for sure.
I'm gonna go into more of the funnier section now. I got 2 questions that, maybe we'll get some laughs out of you guys. Who do you guys think's the funniest guy on the team, and why? And do you have any background stories for why this guy's so funny? And don't feel afraid to say yourself if it's if it's needed.
I think
it's definitely T. Sherry.
Tyler Sherry. And I don't really know if there's a specific story other than the fact that I don't think anybody ever understands what he's saying, but he's always just having a good time.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care what. I don't even know if he knows what's coming out of his mouth sometimes, but he always. I don't think I've ever really seen him upset at a baseball game, because he's just. He just yells and screams, and there's really no logic behind it.
He's always saying hi in his own fashion.
Yeah, and he's only a freshman, so God can only imagine what he'll be like when he's a senior.
I know.
There'll be so many dang memories and words that nobody can explain by then.
Yeah.
Who takes the longest to get ready before a game?
Maddox Sutton.
Maddox does. I mean, I think everything he does is just a little bit slow, he gets dressed slow, and then he has to do all these stretches, which, I mean, I'm not gonna. Everybody's pregame routine is their routine, but
superstitious.
I feel like we're always waiting on him. He's definitely the long one.
Yeah.
Final question. This is about you guys. Any superstitions? Any superstitions?
Well, for me, it's like for when I'm pitching or if I'm on a hot streak, it's always. If I'm hitting good, I gotta set my bat in the same batter
organizer where
yeah,
we put
that
ours.
organizer always
Yeah.
has to go in the same one. And then if I'm pitching good and I want to keep pitching good, I set my glove in the same spot, same way. I mean,
Some
that's-
little stuff.
Yeah, it's always the little things. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's got to be perfect. It's
Yeah.
gotta be.
For me, it's I got two. I always wear this orange Mighty Maya wristband for to support her.
Mm-hmm.
I always wear that. I started doing that and I found that that's my new thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have a lot of success and I'm always gonna keep representing. And then my baseball pants have to have the same ones all game. And like I had a weird stain on these last time, even though I washed them. And like I don't just use the same pants and never wash them. I wash the pants, but I only use these certain ones in games. And
Is there one if you have a back-to-back still that they have to be washed that night somehow, some way?
I
It needs
have
to
to
be
try
done.
to get. I mean, if it comes down to, I always try to wash it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your classes today to join us for how this season's going, and thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Down to the Wire. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening to the Down to the Wire podcast, your weekly podcast that brings you all things sports and more at St. Genevieve High School. We upload weekly podcasts and hope that you will return for next week's exciting episode. Everybody have a great day, and we will see you guys next time.